Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the brand new Marc Jacobs 2018 summer collection. This is the Coconut Fantasy collection and I have it in this very beautiful looking box here. It does come with a, whoa, I nearly dropped that. It does come with a bunch of products and I've actually had quite a few requests to review this collection and I was actually going to go out and buy it, but then it randomly showed up at my front door and I was like, it's a sign, it's meant to be. I've also heard that the majority of reviews that are currently out for this collection are sponsored reviews, and so many of you were like, Nikia, can you please buy the products and let us know what you think? Well, I haven't bought them, but I'm not getting paid for this. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just going to be trying out the products today, and I'm going to let you know what I think. So yeah, that's it. Basically, if you want to learn about the new Marc Jacobs summer collection, see swatches, and see me trying out and testing the products, then please keep on watching. All right, so let's go through the collection. We'll have a quick overview of each of the products and then we're going to do the demo and the testing on my face, obviously. It came in this cute PR box, obviously, very appreciative. And here are all of the products. I do notice and I do love that the foil embossing on all of the names is actually like a beautiful rose gold color, which is definitely different to the originals. Now they have included the Perfecting Coconut Primer. I've spoken about this one on my channel before. This is a permanent item in their collection. It's not part of the new Coconut Fantasy collection. Personally, on my oily skin, I cannot use this one, but it is fantastic on dry skin types. Absolutely beautiful, very lightweight, very, very comfortable. So the first new addition in the collection is this one here. This is the Dewdrops Coconut Gel Highlighter in the shade Fantasy. Amazing, gorgeous, beautiful rose gold color. Absolutely cannot wait. And obviously, you know, they've added this like beautiful rose gold ring. Really, really pretty packaging. And then we've got this setting powder, which actually doesn't match the packaging of the rest of the collection. This has got like a silver line around it, so I'm not too sure about that. But this is meant to be a really amazing soft matte finish, finishing powder. It looks like it's got oh my god, it's got 5 forms of coconut in it. And cocoa butter. Oh, wow. Okay. It's a translucent powder and I'm really, really excited. We then have the Omega Bronzer in the color Tantastic. I've spoken about this product before. This was released in their last coconut collection. Little update, it does have rose gold detailing, but this is actually, honest to goodness, one of my most used, most loved, and most favorite bronzers that I have in my entire collection. I absolutely love this. It does have like a coconutty kind of scent. It smells the same as the original. And then lastly is this beautiful eyeshadow palette here. This is their iconic eyeshadow palette and this is in the shade 790 Fantasine. So obviously, yeah, this is like, I'm assuming limited with the collection. Oh my gosh, I'm dying over the colors in this. They're beautiful. So really amazing warm tones and corals and a gorgeous gold there. Like, this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. So overall, I think what they're offering in the collection is absolutely stunning. Love the rose gold theme, like literally dying. So yeah, we're going to try the eyeshadow palette, then we're going to try the highlighter and the setting powder and the bronzer and everything, and we're going to see if I like it. Now, I'm going to do my eyes first. I'm just going to zoom you guys in just a little. This palette, like seriously, Marc Jacobs, it is gorgeous. I'm in love. So this one comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 matte. So these first 3 shades here are matte, and then this one. And then we've got a really beautiful, it looks like a frost or even like a pressed glitter, and then a couple of shimmer colors as well. So I'm going to start off with this top shade here. This is Flesh. And this is like a really pretty pink color, and I'm just going to sort of use that one to set. I've already obviously primed my lids and everything. So applying the color Flesh, and I have MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre on. It's not really leaving any color. It's basically just a bone shadow. Oh my gosh, it's so velvety smooth though. Whoa. That feels amazing. I'm gonna go in with this pinky shade here. Now this is Fantasy, just using the same brush. Oh, that's actually quite pigmented. And I'm gonna work that one just sort of through the crease. This is gonna act as a transition shade for us today. So that feels really nice. It's blending out seamlessly. I'm not really having any issues with that color at all. It's kind of showing up maybe a little bit more warm tone on my skin than it does look in the pan. So that is something to note. Really pretty transition color, like a great blending color to have in a palette for sure. Picking up a smaller brush now, I'm going to go into these deep brown. Whoa! Okay, there was a lot of fallout from that shadow, and I've got a lot on my brush, and I've only just touched it very lightly, so do be wary of that. This is the color For More. Okay, there's a lot of kickback. And I'm just going to blend that one right in the outer corner. Okay, but for a deep matte, like a dark brown matte, it actually blends beautifully. This, I find a lot of people have a hard time formulating this kind of a shadow because, you know, it looks beautiful in the pan, it swatches amazingly, but then you go to apply it and blend it and it just goes patchy AF. This one's nice. Like, that has blended out so easily and so nicely. You do get so much product. Like, I have only very lightly touched my brush into the pan and look at it. And look, if I tap it, it all comes off. It's funny because even though that shadow has all of that fallout in the palette, it blends so well. Like, it just smokes out so easily. All right, let's have a look at some of these shimmers. So this is the pink in the middle. She said that's how it swatches. And then we'll do the gold. Oh my gosh, the gold is like liquid metal. Look how beautiful that is. That's stunning. Got brown all over my pinky. And then the last shimmer in the palette. Oh, they're definitely very different formulas. The last one is on the dance floor. So there they are there. So obviously the one in the middle is the only real metallic shade. The other two are sort of more satins. And probably if you are blending them with a brush or even applying them with a brush, they're probably going to come off not that shimmery on the lid. I'm going to go in with the gold first with a dry brush and just see what kind of pickup we can get, because this might be sort of one that you need like a wet brush for. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'm getting a lot of fallout on my cheek, and that product isn't really applying to my lid with a brush how I would like it. So let's try just wetting the brush. So I've picked it up on a wet brush. I'm still getting a lot of fallout. It's all underneath here on my eye. It's actually fallen all the way down here on top of my lip. So let's try it with a finger now, because the swatch of it, like, look how much you pick up with a finger. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is insane. Oh, why doesn't it work with a brush? Oh my gosh, it's so metallic. Seriously, look at that color. That is everything, except I've got it all underneath my eyes as well. That's why I hate applying shadows with a brush. Like, my eyes are small, you know, fingers are kind of chunky and annoying. You can't really do eyeshadow neatly when you're applying it with your fingers. Not really. Sort of a bummer. But that's ridiculous when applied with a finger. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm picking up the brush that I used for the deep brown earlier, and I'm going to go back in and just sort of tighten this up a bit. I'm going to go in now with this really pretty shimmery pink color in the middle. This one's looking a little bit more shimmery than the coral at the end. I'm going to pack that on the inner corner. Oh, pretty. It's definitely not that shimmery though. That's a satin more so than a shimmer, but I really like, you know, the mixture of the pink and the gold and the brown. All right, so that is what my eyes are kind of looking like. There are no shimmery lighter sort of shades to highlight the brow bone or anything. I thought it was pretty easy to work with. I love that gold. I think it's so pretty, but I'm gonna chuck on some liner, some mascara, some lashes, all of that off camera, and then we'll be back to use the face products. Okay, so here are swatches of the entire palette as well. So the lightest matte shade, sorry I'm off frame, the lightest matte shade here, the taupey matte, the coral matte, the light shimmery pink. Is that one that you can kind of see a bit of a sheen to it? It's more of like a satin. It's very pretty though. The beautiful gold, love. The matte chocolatey brown, and then this one here they call a shimmer, but honestly on my skin it looks rather matte still. But those are swatches. Obviously you guys have seen me use it on my eyes, which gives a much better impression than swatches do. But here are the swatches for those of you who want to see them. All right, so I've got lashes, liner, mascara, all of that stuff on. We're gonna move on to testing out the face products, which I'm really, really excited about. So, the highlighter, the liquid highlighter, Fantasy Dewdrops Coconut Highlighter. Luminous gel cream instantly lights up the complexion, highlight skin directly, or mix a few dewdrops with foundation and primer to transform them into illuminating elixirs. Yep. A little goes a long way. Build for the ultimate sheen. Now, being an oily skin type, I don't typically really like to mix liquid illuminators into my foundations. There are a couple that I dabble with, but I don't know this formula, so I can't really say yay or nay. Now, obviously, I've already got my foundation and concealer on, so what I will do is I will mix this in with my foundation tomorrow, and I will update in the, I'll pin a comment or I'll pop it in the description bar, let you guys know how it goes. But we're going to try it as an actual highlighter today. The rose gold eye dye. It's such beautiful, beautiful packaging. Gorgeous. I'm going to pop this on the back of my hand and we'll have a little look. Okay, that looks really, really nice. It's actually quite a thick formula. Oh, it's got a beautiful, like, soft, light, refreshing coconut scent. It smells very, very similar to the primer. I do still use the primer from time to time, even though, you know, it's not for oily skin. But here is the highlighter, and then let's blend it out. Oh my God. What? That is ridiculous. That is so much more pigmented than I thought. Okay. One pump is too much. You guys are not going to need to use even one pump of this. I'm going to just try it with my finger first. I'm going to apply it to the high points of my cheeks. And we're just going to sort of blend that on top of the foundation. See how that goes. Ooh. Oh, that's very, very pretty. Very soft and glowing. It's not like too over the top, but I can imagine if you did build it, it's going to get a little ridiculous very quickly. As far as the formula, when it dries, it does dry down to a really nice, it's like a velvety powdery kind of finish. Like, it doesn't hold its tack, which I really, really like. I hate liquid highlighters that once you apply them, you're like, oh my God, my face feels so gross and sticky. This feels really, really nice on the skin. Let's try it with a brush. I actually think that that'll go really nicely mixed into some foundation. Like, I don't think it'll alter the formula or anything. Like, I think it would still be okay. Okay. It really builds up with a brush, you guys. And the other thing that I love about liquid illuminators is they don't tend to emphasize pores or texture on the skin in the same way that a powder would. You can see as I'm applying it here that it's still really nice. Oh my God, that looks amazing. It still looks really nice and smooth. Like, we've got that sheen, we've got that shine, that lift, but we don't have, you know, that chunky powdery texture. Okay, let's put it on this side. I think I do prefer the application with a brush. Just go a little bit at a time, and, you know, if you apply too much, I'm sort of just like buffing it with the finger. Look at it on the back of my hand though. What? That's crazy. One thing that I will say is if you are if you are a lighter skin tone than me, this may be a little dark for you. It may be. For reference, I'm an NC30 in MAC. But, you know, if you're tipping NC15, NW10 kind of colors, this is probably going to be a little bit too dark. It'll be beautiful blended in with your foundation, but it might be a little too dark as a highlight. Oh, girl, I am glowing now. TYSM. I might actually, for interest's sake, try a little of this on my brow bone as well. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Okay, I can definitely 100% see me using this in summer, like flat out. Even like with no foundation, it would just look so beautiful on the skin. Moving on to the setting powder, this is one I am obviously the most excited about. You guys know I am an absolute setting powder junkie, addict. Send me to rehab, seriously. So this is the number 34 Invisible Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. Featuring 5 forms of coconut and coconut butter, like we said earlier, this creamy translucent powder melts in undetectably to set your makeup all day. It says, make your skin's fantasy come true with makeup that stays looking fresh from start to finish. Skin stays healthy and hydrated, never dry or chalky. Smooth, soft, matte finish, and it blurs and perfects the skin in an instant. All right, that has me feeling really excited. Ooh, so it's actually got a fabric sieve. Gosh, I couldn't find the word then, could I? Useless. The color of the powder is actually quite yellowy, so it's going to obviously lift, correct, brighten, all of that good stuff. But I'm going to apply it to the side of my face, and then we'll zoom in and we'll see if we can see a difference. I'm just using it on a damp beauty blender, as I always do, and we could even try it on the other side with a brush. But I'm going to... Oh my God. Oh, it smells like coconut. That's amazing. I'm just going to be pressing it into the skin and seeing how it goes. Oh Oh my gosh, it feels so beautifully smooth. It has definitely corrected, you know, some texture that I had under my eye there. It's definitely got rid of any of that shine. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love the coconut scent. It's very fresh. And it's very different to kind of anything else on the market. All right, let's have a quick zoom in so you can see my skin with the powder and my skin without it. Okay, so looking straight on, this is the side of my face with the powder applied. I feel like it looks very airbrushed. It kind of looks a little bit photoshopped, to tell you the truth, compared to my skin without it. You can see the texture of my pores on this side. You know, things just look a little bit more messy, whereas on this side, everything looks really nice and like, it looked good. Really, the test is going to be, is it actually going to last on my oily skin? That's always a test. And as always, guys, I will definitely be updating you guys either in the comment section or in the description bar down below on how this lasted during the day. I unfortunately can't film a check-in for this because I'm not going to be home. Instantly perfects the skin, definitely how it says. Like, I can definitely vouch for that claim. It definitely does do that. I'm just going to try it with a brush as well. See how it goes. It's applying really well with a brush. Look at that sheen still. Like, even underneath the powder, that beautiful highlighter is showing through. Oh my God. So nice. Okay, moving on, we're going to be testing out the bronzer. This isn't really an accurate test. I already own this bronzer. In fact, I've got my old one here. Here she is. Inside, basically exactly the same, except this one comes with silver, like the text and like the little buttons silver, whereas the new one as part of the Coconut Fantasy Collection is rose gold. But let's test it and see if the formula is still the same. They smell the same. They've kept the scent the same, the packaging's the same, the size is the same, everything else is pretty well the same. I'm so glad that they re-released it, because obviously, like, it was limited edition. A lot of people were like, oh, I can't find the bronzer anywhere because it was sold out, and I was like, oh my God, I need to find it for you guys. Well, it's back. And you know what? I think the formula is exactly the same. Ooh, it says here that it is limited edition. So if you want it, buy it while the collection's available. Why did they release this as a permanent one? Why? It's so good. It blends perfectly. It's very easy to work with. It's buttery. It's super finely milled. The color is flattering on cool tone and warm undertone skins. I just love this stuff. I honestly love this stuff. So there you have it, guys. A full look with the brand new Marc Jacobs, what's it called again? Coconut Fantasy Collection. It's their summer collection for 2018. In my opinion, I think that this is a really beautifully well thought out collection. I absolutely love the eyeshadow palette. I would definitely prefer if it did have a light shimmery kind of color to it, because then I could just complete a full look out of it. But that's my personal preference. Obviously, you know, they've got the liquid illuminator, and I did use that on my brow bone and it worked so well. It's dried down perfectly, like I was gonna say matte. It's not matte. Perfectly, like it's set, it's flat, it's not sticky, it's not tacky. Like, it sets down beautifully, so you can definitely use the liquid illuminator on your brow bone as well. Gorgeous color selection. I loved all of the colors, except this taupey one here. I couldn't get a huge amount of payoff, but that's probably because of my skin tone. But yes, love this. The bronzer, it's my favorite bronzer anyway, so it's very easy for me to say, guys, run out, go and buy this, you need it. I've been talking about it for ages and ages and ages, and it's finally available in this collection. So if you've been seeing me talking about it and you haven't been able to find it, go and get it now while it's available, because it is limited edition. We spoke about the primer. Dry skin types, you will adore this. Oily skin types, not so much. And then finally, oh, I love this. This is just the most beautiful, soft, summery, glowy, radiant, amazing liquid illuminator. I love that it's rose gold. I love the packaging. Everything about it is beautiful. Like I said earlier though, if you are a much paler skin tone than me, so if you're like NC10, NC15, NW10, NW15, kind of around that area, you're probably going to find that this is going to be too dark for your skin tone, and it will it'll show up a fair bit on your skin. You can still mix it in with your foundation, but yeah, on me, and I mean, look at it. It's dried on the back of my hand, and let me tell you, that's not tacky at all. Like that's not going anywhere. That sheen, oh, love. And then finally, the setting powder. First impressions, absolutely adored this. I love the way that it perfected the skin. It feels really velvety, but it doesn't look like my foundation doesn't look cakey. It still looks really nice and smooth and even and still quite natural as far as natural goes, I suppose. Really, really nice. Love the packaging, and I'm going to be updating you guys on if this actually keeps me matte all day long. It's always the interesting part of these tests, always. So yeah, you'll be able to check for that information in the description bar or in the comments. I'll pin a comment at the top there. For those of you that are Marc Jacobs fans already, I think you're just going to love this collection. I think it's really, really beautiful. And if you're new to the brand, it's definitely a really good place to start. If I was going to recommend you to buy anything, get the bronzer. Definitely get the bronzer. Like I said, I've been using it and loving it for such a long time, and I'm so excited that it's finally available again. So yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed the video today. Thank you to all of you who did request a review on this collection. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will catch you in my next video.